But it's time to awaken the beast from its frozen wasteland. Finally got cut up and stuff I was working out in the shop for, so we're gonna see if we can get this thing fired up and see if it'll fit in the shop. If not, it might just get shoved back here after I plow the spot. We'll see, but I think it'll fit. Had it plugged in most of the morning, actually a good chunk of the day, so hopefully it's warmed up enough where it'll start up. Put the batteries back in, spent the last half hour, 45 minutes shoveling snow off of it. Yeah, so we're gonna see if it'll fire up.
Lucas.
All right, assistant, we're gonna fire the truck here. Oh no. Well, hopefully.
Lucas, come here. Come here. Buddy, come here.
Need some nose candy. I'll be back. Yeah. What do you think, buddy?
Thank you.
So close.
Because it's cold.
Huh?
It's cold.
Huh?
It's cold. Let that build air. Warm up some. Too cold. It's a tight fit, but it fits.
It does fit. A bit of a snug.
I was confident about the country and
Oh yeah?
I was at the cars.
Oh yeah.
It fits. Don't forget the baby.
It fits.
Don't forget the baby up there.
I'm not under it.
Oh, done. What do you think?
I'm under it.
What do you think, Lucas?
Yeah.
No, he said no.
What?
That's what's not fun for the Lucas.
I'm gonna get your brother.
Okay.
Hey, you ready to come up?
Grab your gloves. You're fine. Oh, she fit all right. It's gonna be your home probably for the whole winter long. Go get your gloves.
Yeah. Ugh. Was that fun?
What do you think? How do you feel?
I'm glad it fits. It is as tight as I thought it was gonna be. Okay.
Okay, guess he's not a fan.
All right, so been a day or so now, but we're back in the shop. I try to get a few things done on this behemoth. First part of the video, you saw us at least get it. Well, I don't know how much you saw. I gotta look at video clips yet, but got it fired up. I obviously got it in the shop now. Well, that I got broken up just because we were dealing with kiddos that were getting cold and truck that had sunk into 10 little holes, little divots in the ground that it had made, so it didn't want to move very well. Because the tires are kind of bald. But one of the first things on the docket here I think I'm gonna mess with is those things, the cab locks. The hook part is actually seized up in it, so, and then also these cast aluminum plates are all just crumbling apart. So I'm gonna see if I can get one of them off, get it all measured up, because you pretty much can't find them. So I got a buddy that might be able to get them made up through work. Otherwise, I might have to try to make them. So we'll see. But we're gonna do that. Get the cab jacked up. Gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with this back end here. I got some stuff that I'll show in a later video. But I'm gonna try to work on some of this other stuff. I gotta get. Main part right now is cab locks. It would be nice to get my fuel gauge working. I mean, the tank's empty, so maybe it does work, but I know the gauge up in the cab works. I checked that. Off camera over the last couple months here, since I got the truck, I replaced both the line to the pump and then the crossover line on the tanks. Still got to do the return line, but that'll be pretty easy peasy. Yeah, so I guess I'll let you guys sit up and see about getting this cab jacked up. Little bit of a tight squeeze in here. Not really that's the biggest thing that's ever been in the shop. Sorry if the light's blinding, but the mice have finished off the last of the poison block that I had in there. So you know, there's that. This plate on the bottom here, the guide plate or whatever I'll call it, is pretty much gone. So, the wear pads on the bottom side are somewhat there, but we'll see. Also the tallest thing that's been in here. Oh. Yeah, there's stuff in the sleeper. Not that much stuff, just like the headliner panel or whatever for the radio. A couple more inches on that. Yep, that stuff moving. Almost. Alright, let's see. How is that? That was pretty much done. So now I'll go to the other side. Yeah, see, this one's mostly there. Oh, so there's big nuts on the top there. That's cracked in the middle. Yeah, move some of this. What's on the end of that? See if I can get this side box open. I think. There it is. Old rusty air dryer. Never realized I have a brand new bottle of 1540 in there. Came with the truck. Cool. So, let's see, I need Phillips and like a half inch. A bad habit of leaving tools everywhere. Alright, so I got 4 bolts I gotta get out. And I left a Hold on. All right. So you got 4 bolts. There's 1, 2, and then 3 back here to get that cab lock out. And I got those 4 bolts and 3 screws there to get this piece out, so I can get to the 3rd bolt from here. And the other bolt is accessible through the bottom side, and yeah. So just gotta pick away at it here. There's some wiring that I gotta figure out what's for yet, because there's a switch here that runs through here. I believe it probably runs that light that is no longer in existence on the back of the cab. But yeah. So we're gonna see if we can get those out, and then we'll go from there. Alright, well, I'm gonna lower the cab to do the other side. I got this side, I got sprayed some penetrating oil on the bolt and nuts there, so hopefully it'll loosen it up. But well, if nobody's seen what it looks like on a cab over, this is what it kind of looks like. I actually get pretty good access to work on stuff. So things I know, 'cause I don't know if I did an overview. Obviously this is that line I replaced. Injection pump was replaced prior to me buying it. I think it was actually done by the guy prior to the guy I bought it from, which he bought it from one of his neighbors who he knew. So that's been done. Apparently they turned it up. I was told 15%, but they put the ball back, so I gotta get that out because who needs that? Let's see. AC brackets are there. Wires are here, but the AC compressor apparently had locked up, so it was removed. There's one of the cut lines, another one line. My power steering pump looks like it was replaced too, but I know I had a starter I had replaced because after I got it home, like the second time I needed to move it, it just made noise. The clutch in it went out, so I rebuilt the starter that was in here, but now this is a new starter also, so now I have a spare starter for it. Not sure where that wire goes. Not gonna worry about that. The guy I bought it from had replaced most of these hoses. So we got, this is the line for the, I believe it's the breather for the air compressor is what that is. But coolant lines, he did these coolant lines for the tank heater. But on the power steering thing, I got this little debacle here. Yeah, there's moisture in that, so we gotta get that drained out and flushed because that ain't no bueno. A little bit rough back here, but not too bad for being in the climate I'm in. I don't think it was up in this climate too long because most of the frame still got paint on it. Guy I bought it from replaced the cab jack lines, all but there's one line, I think the crossover line up in the doghouse there, I think is the one he said he hadn't replaced yet. Came to me, a 5-inch straight pipe on it, which is just fine. I might at some point try to put a T in here, run another one over and dual exhaust on it, but he put new valves in for the tank heater, but they're off. Definitely gotta zip tie some stuff and maybe reroute some stuff here because this is not ideal to be letting resting on there. Heater core's not hooked up. There's the valve there for that one. The other one's down a little bit lower on the front. Let's see, what else? And this line's to renew for the radiator, along with that line. Those boots have been replaced. Yeah, but front brakes don't work. I need new chambers on them, and I don't know if they're blocked off or if they just are backed off far enough where they don't work, or if they're seized up, but I'll have to mess with that. Yeah, I got it all dirty because after I changed that feed line, I wanted to drive around, make sure it was, had all the air worked out of it before I parked it for a while, so I wasn't fighting that, and it was muddy out. And that was kind of a mistake, but is what it is. But yeah, I'm gonna excuse me, lower the cab and get this other side all lubed up and ready to come apart. All right, so we're back to this point again. It's the next day again. But yeah, so I broke out the impact, and the 3 bolts that mount it to the cab are actually coming loose. This is the piece that the biggest piece I gotta deal with is I can't buy this. This is the most intact one. So I gotta try to copy it and trace it out and see if I can get one made or come up with something that'll work. Yeah. Got the line here cracked loose. So I got these. This should be a JIC fitting, so I got this little JIC kit here with little port plugs and stuff like that. So I'm gonna try one of those in there, see if that'll thread in there, because then I can plug that off and not lose all my fluid. And then if I need to take and lower the cab for whatever reason I can't move the cab still, I can. So, but we're gonna see if we can get this off. I'm gonna see if I can find an angle you guys can watch, and we'll go from there. Definitely don't think it's the best angle, but I guess you're gonna have to deal with it. So, oh well. All right. Sorry, this camera's shaky. You're kind of also on my temporary tool bench. Oh, take this bad boy off. Seems to be going okay now. This is the one line that was not replaced in the cab lift lock system, apparently, according to the guy I bought it from. So, which is what it is. I'm not really too worried about it. I haven't seen it leak. It looks actually to be in pretty good shape. It's kind of sheltered. But oh, that's good. Oh, look at that. It does thread in there. Awesome. Alright, so there's that. Plugged. Technically, I guess I do have... Maybe I should do that. Should have plugged for the other side, too. I lost the cap for that last one. Oh, I bet you that won't fit through there. Hold on. Better make sure. Oh, it'll fit through. Probably in the right orientation only, but whatever. There's that. Alright, now we're going to make some noise again. Let's see. This one. There's one bolt. And a piece. Yeah, this is some long bolts. One piece. One bolt. Interesting. So this one move. That one came out. Another piece, another bolt. Both actually don't look like they're in too bad a shape after that. Oh, I'm gonna grab my breaker bar. Let's see if I can just get it moved this way. Huh. Why they didn't want to move? Alright, I'll move now. Alright, now that's gotta come out, I guess. Oh, no, that's not coming on. Okay. This was right over there. Ta-da! Cab lock. Oh boy. The really sucky thing is it's hard to get a hold of these things. Well, let's see what we can do. I don't look so bad there. A little bit of aluminum corrosion, but not bad. Yeah, I might just start looking for more of these. I'm gonna try to do something with it, but yeah, she rough. So these are the fittings. These should be able to be replaced, obviously, because they're just 90-degree fitting and a piece of pipe. But I mean, look at that. I don't know how well you can see that, but it should be round. It's not. There's a chunk missing out of this fitting here with the bleeder in it. Right here, this is the main reason I'm here. See how these are moving together? This hook here should move separate, kind of on a cam system, if I understand it right. Yeah. This piece is supposed to be like that. This piece I know I can't really get unless I get it with a whole block, and I've seen some of these for spendy in rough shape. So yeah, we'll see here. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna pick away at it, see how exactly it's supposed to come apart. This is basically a little jack cylinder in here, so I don't know exactly how this is supposed to come off. This is a plate, a spring plate, and it's all welded together, so I'm gonna have to figure this out here quick. And there, that's the more intact one, and that's roughly what it's supposed to look like. Minus, it's not supposed to be missing that piece, or yeah. So I'm gonna trace this thing out best I can kind of here, so I at least have a kind of rough footprint, and then probably start measuring some stuff, like thicknesses, height here, hole diameter, hole spacing. I can luckily get hole spacing off the actual lock itself, the jack assembly, so, but get as many dimensions off this as I can, that'll help. So yeah. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna believe it, but so far that, as rough as it looks, just cracked loose and it's turning at the threads. That cracked loose. Managed to get the snap ring cracked loose. Yeah. Things are actually kind of looking up for this poor old cab jack. Or cab lock, I guess, technically. So, from what I'm looking at, I'm going to take these off, take this off, take the snap ring off. I think then you're supposed to have enough room to take, and this should slide down through here, I think. I'm not sure. Worst case scenario, this plate really should be replaced anyways. And the rest came off as a piece thicker than the actual plate. So yeah. So I'll probably end up just cutting these off anyways. So it might be one of those things where I just cut this so I can make a new plate. And then everything slide off. Yeah, that's probably what I'll end up doing just to make it easier. But then I should be able to get this out, which one side is basically the end of the pins rotted off anyways. The other side isn't so bad. But yeah, I might try to find a block of wood in case I need to lower the cab so I can sit it on the block of wood, because then I can keep tinkering with this and kind of figure it out, because I have to do the other side too. So hopefully my buddy can help me out with making that bottom piece at work, because then I can have a nice billet. I think I'm going to see about getting a billet aluminum
if I can get it done. Or I'll have to ask around, see what I can get. But yeah, we'll see where we go here. But we're going to keep picking away at it for now. See what all comes loose, I guess. So I think this is where we're going to end this one off. I'm going to have this one soak here. Try to get this broken up here because I got to pull this out. And I got to do that yet. That, at least this is free, but I got to get it out all the way. But, oh yeah. So then I'm going to have to start, start looking for some parts and stuff. See what I can figure out here. What my best route is to go with this. And yeah. I tinkered a little bit, tried to find some numbers, and was looking at airlines, but yeah, yeah. I think we're gonna call that good for this one. Got the cab block off, and it's gonna be a little more work than I was hoping, but it is what it is. It's an old truck, so yeah. I'm gonna keep putzing on this, and I'll catch you in the next one. Go ahead and thanks for watching, and go find yourself something to fix, and please subscribe.